Welcome to the Heal and Restore podcast with your host, me, Randy, of course.
Hi, Randy.
And of course, the ever most beautiful hostess with the mostest.
Let me fix your microphone here. Let's make it pretty.
My wife, Miss Cathy Boyd.
Hey,
who's always fixing things and making me look good.
Yeah, that's right. Somebody's got to do it. That's a good job to have.
Yeah,
I love that job.
Yeah, because Lord knows what kind of a mess I'd be without you.
Thank you.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to give you that much credit.
A little bit's good.
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right. What am I saying? I forgot.
You're going to welcome everybody.
Oh, I got to welcome everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, again, welcome to the podcast. Sorry, I'm just a little bit, I don't know what I am, but I'm here.
We're late in releasing, and we're late in recording. We're feeling all sorts a little bit.
2 weeks in a row we've been late in recording, so we apologize for that.
Yeah.
But we are dedicated to helping couples and individuals strengthen their relationships through healing, growth, and honest conversation.
Yeah, even when we're delayed in getting these out, we still are dedicated.
We're dedicated. We're not going nowhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had a choice. Kathy goes, "So we just put an old one out?" And I go, "No, we'll just put it out later.
Yeah,
we'll just do new ones."
Okay.
So,
that being said,
growth and honest conversation. By the way, which means that we're going to dive into topics like communication.
Yeah.
Which is critical in a love relationship as well as your everyday life.
It's your everyday life.
With everybody,
absolutely.
Right? We're gonna talk about forgiveness.
Yeah.
We're talking about intimacy, not the sex. Well, sometimes, but the true intimacy, the emotional intimacy,
right,
which is going to lead us to a great physical intimacy.
There you go.
Now, I'll put it that way.
Okay.
And we got family and emotional connection.
Yeah.
Because love starts with a healed heart, not a broken heart.
Healthy love always starts with a healed heart.
Right. And oftentimes we're getting into relationships with an unhealed heart.
Yeah.
We're just unaware of it, right?
Absolutely.
So tune in each week and take the next step toward restoring what matters most.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, you. Definitely. So today we're going to talk, we have an episode today that hits close to home for many people. There's been times where I've reached out and said, hey, what would you guys like to hear? What is it? And this is for all my single people. I was going to say all my single ladies, but there's some single men out there too. So this episode is one that's going to really hit close to home for you.
It can also be for married couples because a lot of married couples are in there with broken.
It is, and we'll intertwine that. But the main idea of this is for individuals that are single. So we're going to talk about things that are going to hit close to home for you. And especially if you've ever felt like you're waiting for that special someone to come along before you can fully start living. So we're going to talk about today's, our episode's called Wholeness Before Togetherness. And really what it comes down to is the truth is love is beautiful and the relationships are beautiful. But no one else can complete what God is still healing in you. Right. And so for many, many people, even ourselves, I wish I had some of this advice that we're going to share today when we were first starting out. But, we often hear that when someone says, oh, when they complete us, when he completes me, or when she completes me. But what if the goal isn't completion? What if the goal is wholeness? Learning to be grounded. Learning to be healed and content right where you are. That's an impactful.
See, that's something that when I met you, it's like, man, this is awesome. Mm-hmm. I found a woman that, we enjoy the same things. She completes me, all this. And for, several years, we had a good life. We built a life together. We enjoyed doing the same things. Until the unresolved issues in my life started crashing down on me.
Yep.
And then I found out
you weren't whole.
There's no human power that can complete me.
No.
We have to have God at the center of it. That's what I'm going to say. God's going to be the ultimate healer, but we're going to have to do the work. So, how movies and cultures have sold us a powerful story that our life begins when we meet the one. Right?
So these are some of the myths about completion.
We're going to talk about some of the myths.
Yeah.
that we're half of a whole until love finds us. Ooh.
Yeah.
No. If you're not whole, the love that's going to find you is going to deteriorate really quick, right?
Yep.
But the reality is, two broken halves don't make a whole.
Yeah. Like we used to say.
Or like my mentor told me, two sickos don't make a wello.
Yeah.
Right? What they do is they make a tangled mess.
Yeah, definitely a tangled mess.
And again, for a period of time, things could be really, really good until they're not.
Until they stop being
Until
good.
they stop.
Yeah.
So wholeness is what allows love to last.
That's good. I really like that.
Wholeness is what helps you love without, this is important, losing yourself.
Yeah.
Without losing yourself. And too many people are losing, and Cathy was one of them, who's lost herself in the relationship, right? Trying to make sure I was okay all the time.
Yeah.
So
in that sense, I wasn't whole.
No.
I started to deteriorate as well.
So then the question becomes, right? Because first of all, okay, we're broken. We're not whole. Odie, get off there. Sorry, we got dogs up on somewhere he shouldn't be. Why are we not whole? What is the issue? Where did things go wrong, so to speak? That I lost myself. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read an excerpt from my book, Healing the Wounded Child Within.
This is good.
And this excerpt is from Dr. Alan Berger on understanding the true self, right? And this is from chapter 13, the final chapter of my book, entitled Finding the Authentic Self, right? So we are each born with a true self, which is like an acorn. The DNA of an acorn has all the programming necessary to grow into an oak tree. Yes, it will be like other oak trees, but it will also be unique. According to Dr. Karen Horney, one of the unheralded geniuses of psychology, you need not, and in fact cannot, teach an acorn to grow into an oak tree.
Wow.
But when given a chance, its intrinsic potentialities will develop. Just like the acorn that is genetically programmed to become a unique oak tree, we are programmed to become our true self.
That's so good.
Given the proper set of circumstances, we will develop the unique forces of our real or true self. We will develop the ability to experience the depth of our own feelings, thoughts, wishes, desires, and needs.
Yeah, that's good.
We will develop the faculty to express ourselves and spontaneously and respectfully relate to others. We will learn to equally honor our need for togetherness and our need to be ourselves. We will come to realize our own set of values and purpose in life. We will come to realize that our own set of values and purpose in life. We will be able to tap our own resources to satisfy our needs and to regulate ourselves by soothing our pain or disappointment. We will develop a solid yet flexible self.
That's good.
An acorn cannot reach its true potential unless it grows in a nurturing environment and climate, which have to provide certain critical elements. There needs to be an adequate amount of sunlight and water. The soil needs to contain certain nutrients. And I'm going to reflect on when I was growing up in Dana Point High School, top of Golden Lantern, there was an oak tree up there that I'm sure was over a couple of years old. Big oak tree, and it was protected for many years. And it was on the coast, and it was on top of a hill. So that oak tree had to have all the nutrients growing up because it, over the years, over 100 years or more, endured countless heavy storms coming right off the ocean,
right,
with big winds and big rains.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wouldn't have been able to withstand that if it didn't get the amount of sunlight and water and nutrients that it needed. So if these nutrients conditions are adequately met, then the acorn will eventually become what it is destined to be, a beautiful oak tree with a set of unique qualities and characteristics. However, the developing acorn cannot be exposed, this is critical, to harsh conditions until it is well rooted and has matured to a certain point. Keep that in your mind, what I just said. That is extremely powerful. Mm-hmm. The conditions for successful human development are highly similar.
Yeah, that's good.
Like the acorn, we have basic needs that must be satisfied for us to thrive. We need shelter, we need food and water. We need a secure and warm attachment that will provide us with love and nurturing. We need to be seen and celebrated. We need intellectual and spiritual stimulation. We need encouragement and empathy. We need to be protected from traumas and abuse. Mm-hmm. Critical. We also need a certain amount of healthy friction with the wishes and wills of others. We need to have expectations placed upon us, but these expectations can't be beyond our reach. If these conditions are adequately met, we would develop an inner security and an inner freedom that enabled us to be responsible to our own feelings and express ourselves according to who we really are. We will be able to support ourselves and stand up for ourselves. We will grow along spiritual lines. Fortunately, this rarely happens. What goes wrong? Through a variety of adverse influences, we do not grow according to our individual possibilities. But development can be easily distorted by a host of factors, such as our desire to please, or need to belong, or to be loved and accepted, incorrect learning, bad habits, anxiety, the dynamics of our family, traumas, and cultural traditions and rules.
Yeah.
So
if we're not whole, we aren't going to be very beneficial to somebody else.
It's likely that we're not whole because we missed everything we needed as children growing up.
That's great. So
pretty powerful.
Yeah, that is really powerful. So, what you said is so true, because if we carry those unhealed parts of ourselves into relationships, those unhealed parts might be insecurities, fear of abandonment, the old wounds we talked about, the traumas, any of those things.
All that.
Those things, they don't just disappear. It's not like, okay, relationship gone. They just show up in new ways. And, we have this happen quite often. I'll share briefly, with some of our clients. Now, some of our clients are married. Some of them are not. Some of them are individual singles. And what happens is when they have been in a relationship, whether it's a current one or a past one, some of these old things start showing up in new ways. And it's something that is evident across the board. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. So we have to ask ourselves, what's going on within us? And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But one of the questions you don't want to ask yourself is necessarily, you're going to ask it, but you don't really want to focus on it, is when will I meet someone? Maybe the question should be, what parts of me still need healing before love arrives?
All right.
Because when we know our worth, when you know your worth, you stop asking other people to define it for you. That's powerful. So if you know your worth, you're not going to look for other people to define it for you, because you're going to know what it is.
And for many years, you're going through life, right? And you're just telling people, this is who I am. If you don't like it, too bad.
I just got to accept it.
I just got to accept it, so on and so forth. And you're living an okay life. You might even be successful in things. But a lot of times, if we can be honest with ourselves, behind the facade that we're putting on, there's a big hole in our soul.
Yeah.
But like Cathy says, we go along. And, Cathy and I had a great life. And, the reality is that everything came flaring up in me. And there's been a study out, I think last year, I can't quote the exact study, but what it said was that this stuff will start popping up in the mid-30s into the 60s. All of a sudden, it's Cathy, it happened to us.
It happened to us, and we see things happening within our clients too.
And so when that comes up, that's when we got to start questioning what's going on. And that's when we really, really need to seek some professional help. We at Healing Restore Counseling deal with this all the time.
Yeah, we work with people like this.
So then, what does the journey to wholeness look like?
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what it actually means to become whole. First, the wholeness starts with self-awareness.
Yeah.
We just kind of talk. It's like somewhere along the line, you're going to become aware of some of your behaviors. It's like, man, this is something ain't right. And that's a chance to do some self-reflection, which is about slowing down and getting honest with yourself. That happens with a self-reflection.
Yeah.
And you got it. The program says we have to become rigorously honest. Where does that rigorous honesty start with? It starts with us.
It starts within.
It starts within us, because if we can't be honest about ourselves, what and who we are, then we can't be honest with our spouse, our kids. More importantly, we can't be honest with God, even though He knows the truth. Right. And more importantly than that, we're basically living a lie.
Well, yeah, and if you're a single person and you're not, if you're struggling to be honest with yourself, what do you think is going to happen when you start getting involved in a relationship?
Absolutely.
So it is really important to really be aware and start slowing down and start getting honest with yourself.
Right,
So true.
It's like when you first start getting in a relationship, start paying attention to red flags.
Within yourself and
within yourself, and don't think they're just going to disappear automatically because you guys get in a relationship.
The red flag just gets bigger.
Matter of fact, one of my clients today, he talked about some red flags he saw on somebody, and there was 9 of them.
Yeah.
And I said, run. Just run. Don't even go there.
The red flags don't go away. They wave higher.
Right.
They get bigger.
Now, if you want to seek help before you get in a healthy relationship, that's okay.
We'll do that. We'll journey with you.
We want people to be happy together.
Yeah, absolutely. And some people, and again, this is for a lot of the single people out there, which can be applied in all relationships.
Right.
But a lot of people ask, do you ever work with individuals? And the answer is absolutely yes.
Yeah.
So if you are considering a relationship and you need some guidance and direction, reach out to us. Yeah. Well, we help men, women, families, couples, married, not married. It doesn't really matter.
We're not. We're just here to help people, right?
So what do we need to do here?
So one of the things you can ask yourself, all right, and this again, you got to be honest. What patterns keep showing up in my relationships? Yeah. You've got to
be aware.
Yeah, you got to be. Self-awareness pops up. What patterns keep showing up in my relationships? Well, it's their fault. No. What's the common denominator? Yeah. Yourself. So what are those patterns?
Look within.
Look within yourself. What are those patterns that keep showing up? When am I expecting too much? Am I not conversing right? You got to look at yourself in these situations, right?
Yep.
And then also the next question is, what am I trying to find in others that I haven't yet found within myself or with God?
Yeah.
Right? I'm telling you, Cathy and I don't preach. We love God. We believe in God. Yes. We're faith-based. But if God's not at the center of your relationship, chances of long-term, very fulfilling, healthy relationship is like very, very, very minimum. Right. Right? Because God's going to be the glue that holds you together.
Absolutely.
Right? And, you struggle with that part of it, let us know. Because, man, that's our favorite things to work with.
Well, and I just want to say, God was not always at the center of our marriage for many, many years. So we know what that struggle looks like without Him, and we know what the struggle looks like with Him.
But I'm glad you brought that up, because He was at the center of it, and we just didn't know it. And why do I say that?
Yeah.
Because when I was a young lad, 13 years old, around there, I accepted Christ as my Lord and Savior. Yeah, I went south, way south, right? And the Bible tells us that Jesus will never leave or forsake us. Now, all those times that I was out running and gunning, there's too many to talk about. There's times I should have been gone to jail. I should have been to bed, whatever. That's what they call perish from the foxhole. That, God doesn't do nothing for me, but yet we reach out to Him when we're in trouble, right? He saved me. Yeah. And then the time came where He gave me the ultimate, very loving, very kind ultimatum.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And that's when I finally says, okay. So God was, in a way, at the center of us.
We just weren't connected to Him. He was on us.
Yeah, He was following us around. On February 1st, He just got tired, because I'm tired of sweeping up your mess, Randy.
You better do something
You got to do something else. You can't heal. This is an important part. Man, this is the hardest part. You can't heal what you won't face.
Don't face, won't face, yeah.
You can't. The beautiful thing is God meets you right in that honesty.
Yeah.
Right? It's not, we have to admit our wrongs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, James 5:16, and it also reflects in the fifth step, we admit it to ourselves, to God, and another human being, the exact nature of our wrongs. Well, why do we got to admit it to another human being?
Yeah.
Because that's going to free you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you sit with another human being that more than likely has worse stories than you're going to tell them.
Right.
So it's important that we do that.
Yeah. I love that. Thanks, Randy. The second part is wholeness is actually rooted in identity.
Mm-hmm.
Your worth doesn't come from being chosen by someone. It comes from being created by God. And that's the first part of it, is you have been created by God. So it doesn't, God forms you and he gives you your worth, but it doesn't come from, I don't get my worth from you.
So I'm going to play devil advocate, Cathy.
Oh gosh, Here we go.
No, it's a good one. If God created me, then I guess my behaviors are exactly as they should be.
Are the behaviors the behaviors that God has given you, or are the ones that man has given you?
Well, if God created man, then you can say.
I mean the world. Let's say the man.
The man of the world.
I can't answer all of these.
She has a hard time doing this, but the reality is,
I can't.
It's important that we can have that argument in our head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if God created man, then I'm exactly how it should be. No, that's not necessary, because we were born into this world not sinful.
Right.
We were born in the world of sin, and our behaviors are all learned behaviors by the world.
Yeah. Right. So we have to remember, we're created by God, and so we're already loved.
Yeah.
And we're already enough.
Yes.
Now, realizing that childhood experiences and things can distort that, but if we go back to that very tiny child, that infant that was born, you were already loved and you're already enough.
And those words, one of my mentors,
yeah,
those are the words that pretty much turned my life around.
Yeah.
Every time he saw me, he put his hand on my shoulder. He says, "You're loved and you're enough."
Right, exactly.
And he said that for 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
And what he was doing is he was, as Hebrews 12:2 says, do not be conformed to the ways of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Renewing your
That's
mind.
exactly what he was doing, because I was now not walking in the world. I was walking with people that were more spiritual and healthy.
Right. So I'm going to repeat this. Remember, you're already loved and you're already enough. In fact, I'll just go a step further with this. The more you live out that truth, the less you're going to tolerate things that don't align with your peace. And that's so powerful.
That's really powerful.
Yeah. What's next, Ren?
Okay, so the third one is going to be wholeness grows through purpose.
Yeah, that's good.
Right? So don't wait to start living until you're with someone.
That someone, or you're someone.
Build your life now.
Yeah.
Pour into your friendship. Serve others. Travel. Create. Pursue the things that make you feel alive.
Yeah.
And make sure there's the only thing that we look at when people are doing stuff and is it wrong, is it right? Check your motive.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to say. What is your motive?
Yeah.
Hey, my motive is I'm alive. Right now I'm single. I got plans in the future, but I'm going to enjoy life right now. Enjoy the world. Enjoy people. Get to know different cultures. So that way when somebody comes along, man, look how much you have to share with that person.
Yeah. No, that's so good. Right. We just had a client today who's very young and has really done that. She's getting, now her someone has come along and they're going to build this beautiful life together. But she did take that and went with those friendships, and she served others, and she traveled and she created a life that was healthy for her in that moment. But now she's ready to settle and have a relationship with that someone.
And they're both on the same page with this, so it's really awesome to see.
Yeah. I like this quote. Can you show this quote right here?
A full life does not repel love; it attracts it.
I love that.
I mean, I still can't figure out what attracted Cathy to me, but other than
a full life.
It's other than I'm tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, there you go. So, finally, in this category of how do we get there, what does that journey look like? Wholeness totally brings boundaries. You know, when you've done the inner work, when you've looked within and you've done that self-reflection, you will recognize what fits and what doesn't fit.
Well, that's exactly what happened today with my client.
Yeah.
He all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, nope, 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 nope,
yep.
nope.
And because here's what happens is when you when you are fulfilled and you've done that inner work and you know what fits and what doesn't fit, so now all of a sudden you stop chasing all the chaos because the peace feels too unfamiliar. So, remember, when you know your worth, you stop negotiating it. Know your worth, men and women. You don't have to negotiate your worth. Your worth is given to you. Know your worth, know your value. Don't let anybody else tell you or negotiate it out of you.
And, I want to say this on that. It's very important what Cathy just said. But a lot of us, a lot of you, you're going to need somebody to walk side by side with you that's going to be able to give you that stuff.
Build that worth up.
It's going to be able to build that worth up, and it's going to support you. Even in your worst moments when you think I'm just a failure, this sucks. No, that's what Cathy. We're not going to let you live there. We're going to find the one thing, as small as it is, that you did right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That helps turn people around, right? We don't want, we heard something this week, and I passed it on to Cathy, and it's like if I come in and say, "Man, what a bonehead I am! I broke a window again today." Right? And
my response is,
but the reaction is that you can tell me, hey, it's no big deal, but my brain's telling me
you've screwed up.
So then Cathy's
so then I'm going to come in and say, don't talk to my husband that way.
Absolutely. And
I'm going to ask you, can you reframe those words?
You haven't done that, but the 2 times she did, twice already, I shut right up.
Yeah, it made him realize how he was defeating himself.
And it's very loving. It's not mean.
Yeah, there's 2 parts to that. You say, don't talk to my husband that way, or don't talk to my wife that way, and then you ask them how they can reframe those words.
Yeah, exactly. So that you need to surround yourself with people like that.
Yeah, that builds up your worth.
It's going to build up your worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And teach you the one thing that Cathy and I don't believe in the word fail.
Right.
I believe the only way you can fail is if you plop your butt down on a couch all day and do nothing playing video games. Everything we do in life is a learning lesson. Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's like phenomenally laid out, there's still stuff to learn, or if it's like, man, this didn't go the way I wanted, I missed it. Okay, fine. Then what are we going to learn from that area? Yeah. And we're going to move forward. Yeah. No failure, just learning.
That's so true.
So let's talk a bit about heart work reflection.
Heart work reflection. Okay. What does heart work reflection look like?
Take a quiet moment. Yeah. Wherever you are and reflect on this.
Okay.
1, what areas of my heart still need healing? And you're going to have to really get in touch with yourself. Again, it's that reflection and honesty.
Right.
Sit down and actually be quiet, put your hand on your heart, maybe do some breathing, and just keep thinking about that. And I guarantee you're going to have answers.
So that question is, what areas of my heart still need healing? Okay, yeah, that's good.
So what am I learning? What am I learning to appreciate about the season of singleness? And I touched on that a little bit earlier. It's like, I'm single. I'd sure like to have a partner.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. But are you ready for a partner? Well, I'm not ready because you know what? I'm enjoying my free time. Okay. I get to travel wherever I want to go. I get to meet different people. I get to visit different cultures. I'm learning a ton.
Yeah, that's great.
This is an awesome time of my life right now. Do I want to stay single the rest of my life? Some people might, but a lot of people don't. So you take it away from there. Like I said earlier, look at everything you're learning about the world that you can pass on and share with a partner.
Yeah, that's so good.
And even enjoy excursions with your partner to some of these places. Yeah.
What's the next one?
So how can I honor this time instead of rushing through it?
That's good. Okay.
Good question. I want you to understand something. There's no future. The future is now, right? The future is like right now.
Yeah.
The only thing you're guaranteed is your next breath, right? So work on staying in the moment, right? I remember when I was going to my AA meetings every morning, you see these guys that their lives have just exponentially got better. I go, man, I want what you got. Well, Randy, just keep doing what you're doing, and it will come. You can't rush through this stuff, right? There's the saying, more will be revealed, and you have to be you have to go on this journey, right? Even within yourself, minded. You have to have an open mind. You have to be very willing
Yeah.
to look at yourself.
Yeah.
Don't argue with yourself. Admit to yourself that I need to change this. And then find somebody that will help you work on those changes.
And be present in those changes.
And be present in those changes.
So good.
Man, just remember, all you have is this next breath.
Yeah.
We're not guaranteed any other breath than the next breath or the next voice.
So that question, I'll just repeat it for those listeners, is how can I honor this time instead of rushing through it?
Real quick, one quick story that I always like to tell. You might have heard it 1,000 times, but I'm a sunset and sunrise guy. I always have been. I hunt and fish. I love being out. I just love that time of the day.
Yeah.
And I was about 6 months in recovery, driving down in Coachella Valley. We're driving west at sunset towards San Jacinto Mountain. And the sunset was absolutely, again, it was that pale white, pink, everything. Beautiful. All the colors. And I turned to Kath. I says, Kath, have those sunsets always been that beautiful? And Kathy's response was, yes, you've just been missing them. And it hit me between the eyes like a 7mm round going in my head. I was seeing the sunrise and the sunset, but I was not seeing the beauty in it.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Because my mind was always going to the past and to the future.
Yeah.
And the what ifs. So stay mindful. Mindfulness is going to be your best tool in all of this. Stay mindful in the moment.
Yeah. And I think, too, one of the things that's important is with these 3 questions is you might want to journal those questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something that might be something that will allow you to some time to really take and do that self-reflection.
Yeah, and sometimes in doing that, the clarity comes when we give our hearts space to speak.
That's good.
And that can happen when we're journaling. My journaling really was my best tool in the workbook. Because I asked Kathy. I mean, I got journals up the yin yang. I don't even know where they're all at. But that's what helped me a ton.
Now, journaling is definitely where you get most of the clarity.
Right.
And then you get the opportunity to go back to see how much your growth was too when you journal. So as we get ready to close, I just want to go through some encouraging thoughts for you. I want to remind you that your single season is not a punishment.
No,
I love this. It's a preparation. It's a preparation for your future. It's a preparation for that relationship and that partner.
A guy I worked with for 2 or 3 years, a survivor. And he had a bad marriage to begin with, all that side of it. And then he got help. And he told me, because I'm not looking for a wife, man. I'm not looking for a partner. If God wants me to have a partner, he's going to drop it right in my lap.
Yeah.
That was literally his attitude, right? For a couple of years. And one day, literally, he wasn't looking right in his lap.
Right. But not until he was prepared.
Until he was prepared.
Yeah. So
he had done a lot of work to get there. He was in no way, shape, or form ready to get in another relationship when I first met him. But over the course of the 3 years I worked with him,
he was being prepared.
He was being prepared.
Love that.
Literally, God dropped this person right in his life.
Yeah. And I think this is the one thing that's really key in that is we have to remember we're not in a waiting room. If you're single, you're not sitting in a waiting room.
No.
You're in a workshop.
Yeah.
You're in a workshop. God's building strength within you. He's bringing peace upon you, and he's creating a purpose in you. So don't think of it as, I'm in the waiting. No, you're in a workshop.
So in that workshop,
you're building.
In your spare time, I want you to get a piece of paper, notepad, whatever, and I want you at the top of each page, you can draw 2 lines, whatever, expectations and needs. And I want you to start, I invite you to start what expectations you have of yourself, what expectations you have as a partner.
Of a partner, for a partner.
Of a partner, for, to get married. This is to move forward with a very intimate. Write down all your expectations. Then go to and this is for both of you. My expectations of me, my expectations of the partner. And then the next column, go needs. Write down your needs for yourself in the marriage. In the relationship. Write down the needs that you need from your partner in the relationship. We don't do that as a society. We fall in love, rainbows and unicorns come bubbling out everyone. Then next thing you know, we're married, and we have all these unspoken expectations. So that will be a good assignment for you to do in the waiting.
Yeah.
That way,
that's part of that workshop.
Right. And you don't waver from those. You can have, if you step into a seriousness relationship, you can have your partner do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Before we go any farther, I'm going to have you do this.
This is what was suggested of me, and I'm going to suggest that we do this as well.
Exactly. And we're not proceeding any further in this relationship until you do this, and then until both of you and I sit down and we have the conversation. Some things you might have to compromise on.
Yeah, and
follow your heart.
Yeah, definitely. Just as a reminder again, we don't rush it. No. Don't chase what isn't ready.
Right.
Let wholeness lead you, and love will meet you there. And I want to end with this affirmation. Are you ready to finish? Because I see your hand going like you have something to say.
Don't chase it. Don't chase what isn't ready. When I met Cathy, I didn't have to chase her. In fact, when I asked her out, I was scared to death she was going to say no. And then it just kind of evolved in a very organic way over time. Yeah. She didn't chase me. No. I didn't chase her.
It's when you know it's meant to be.
Yeah.
You don't have to chase what isn't ready, but when it's ready, it'll be there for you.
And we had one date, I think, in the summer, and then it was not until November we had another date. And then from that point,
you don't have to chase what isn't ready, because when it's ready, it'll be there for you. Exactly. So I'm going to close with this affirmation.
Yes,
I think this is a beautiful thing. And I'm going to say this slowly, and I would encourage you to use this as a mantra for yourself. And it is, I am whole. I am loved. I am becoming everything I was created to be. I'm going to repeat it again. I am whole. I am loved. I am becoming everything I was created to be.
And a suggestion I have for you, write this affirmation down.
Yeah.
And stick it on the mirror in your bathroom so you can see it when you're getting ready. Put one on the refrigerator. Put them wherever you have to put them.
I like to tell my girls to stick them on the mirror in the bathroom, and when you're getting ready in the morning, look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And repeat that.
And repeat it.
Yeah.
Over and
so
over.
Good.
Even if you don't believe it, repeat it.
Till you believe it.
Till you believe it. You will eventually believe it.
Absolutely. Right? That's a lot. That's good.
Yeah,
so I hope all my single people out there took something away from this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So thank you for joining us today on the Heal and Restore podcast.
Yeah.
If this episode encouraged you, share it with someone who might need the reminder that they are already enough. Yeah. And I'm sure everybody that listens to this has one person they know needs to hear this.
Yeah, so pass it along.
Just pass it along and share it for us, please. Yeah. Click the like and subscribe button for us as well. It takes 2 seconds.
I'll just remind our listeners, too, all of our podcasts are up on our YouTube channel at Heal and Restore Counseling as well.
Right.
And you can go in there. You can see our faces if you just listen to us. But you can go in there and you can share it along through YouTube as well.
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So until next time, take care of your heart.
Yeah.
And remember, healing isn't about waiting to be loved. It's about learning that you already are loved.
Yeah. Amen. Love that.
Love it, right? Mm-hmm. So remember this on top of that. Mm-hmm. If nobody tells you they love you today, Randy does.
Cathy does.
More importantly, God does. Be blessed, everybody. Have a fabulous week.
Have a great week.